Perfect.
You're
We're here.
fortunate. You're fortunate, sir.
Yeah, we're here. We're here. How you
Very
doing,
fortunate.
Laurent?
Amazing.
Mm.
Amazing. Semi-final ticket punched, and I look forward to facing Palace and Jean-Philippe Mateta in the semifinals.
Mm.
So yeah.
You look forward to it so much that you want to have $500 in hand?
Mm,
Oh man, listen. Listen. I can tell you right now,
mm,
I am good. I'm good. But what I'm saying is, right?
mm.
I'm just gonna put my prediction away, and then we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on
Mm.
from this. I'm gonna put my prediction, right? You can put it in now if you want in the show notes, right? That Crystal Palace is who I'm favoring to win this game, and then we're gonna move on.
Oh, so you're dodging a bet.
And then we're gonna move on.
It's like the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? What was the
CJ,
guy?
CJ, did you when you dodge bets? Did Laurent? What was Laurent's reaction when you said that you don't bet?
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, I'm a pussy, or
Mm. Mm.
I back out. I'm a coward. All these things, that certain man wants to say. It's just nice to see, a little bit of hypocrisy sprinkled on the
Mm.
podcast.
Yeah, you got your salt shaker, CJ?
Mm.
Oh, fam, I got all kinds. I got all kinds of shakers.
Hey, you remember when we said we're gonna have a Jersey day when it was Arsenal Chelsea? Did your jersey show up, CJ?
Yeah, multiple.
Did my jersey show up?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Mm. Mm.
Mm. And when's your trophy gonna show up?
We're gonna have two this season.
Okay. The Champions League, right? Mm.
Book it,
That's sweet. That is actually sweet.
book it,
I mean, listen, you got a dream in life. I think
book it,
listen, you're an inspiration to all the kids out there, right? With
book it.
that kind of belief. I think go for it, right?
Book it.
Yeah, yeah,
Book it.
I'm sure you guys will book it.
So, yo,
Listen,
Laurent, what's your jersey saying?
I'm sure you guys will book it.
listen.
What's your
My prediction of Arsenal winning the Champions League and winning the Premier League is more realistic than Chelsea ever having a chance at being Centurion. Let's get that out there.
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like statistically speaking, I think that applies to many clubs.
Not even
Actually, funny enough.
statistically speaking, the eye test, the it factor, the Pep Guardiola little spit factor, it's more realistic. It's more realistic that Liverpool were Centurion before Chelsea. It's more realistic that Wolves
Right,
would
right.
not get relegated
With Arnie Slot
before
in
Chelsea.
with Arnie Slot as a manager, that's when I know you're just talking out of your ass because
Nope.
you do not rate that manager at
I
all.
rate him more
And then
than Enzo Maresca and the
no,
Chelsea
you don't.
squad. Hundred
No, you
percent I
don't.
do. Hundred
No, you
percent I
don't.
do.
No, you do
Hundred
not.
percent I do.
No, you
Hundred
don't.
percent I do.
And and listen, and that's where I'm just gonna let you right like go on your tangents and whatnot. But I know your sentiments. We all know your sentiments. Um, we've seen the remarks you've made about the guy, so we know where your heart is at. You do not rate him at all.
Rate him more than Enzo.
No, you don't. No, you
I
don't.
do.
No, you don't. I think it's an unfounded statement. Nothing that you have displayed on this podcast up to date indicates that statement right there that
Well,
you
do you
rate
want
him.
to go back and listen to all 66 episodes and provide
Bro,
us a summary?
we have enough content on this podcast to actually have a segment for Arnie Slot specifically. Like that's what I'm saying. And in terms of everything that you have said, right? We do not have that kind of content for Enzo Maresca.
Oh, so you're
So,
asking me to start having enough content for Enzo Maresca?
oh, by all means, you can go ahead, right? But I'm telling you right now, right? What manager of the month? Um, I think even our keeper. Funny enough, the keeper that you guys keep making fun of is on his way to a Golden Glove, by the way, right? I think he's one or
You
two
think he's gonna
games.
get more clean sheets than David Raya?
Well, right now I think he is ahead of David Raya.
He is not ahead of David Raya.
He's not, or they're
No.
tied. Or I
Oh
swear,
my
I
god.
all right.
You're fucking hilarious.
Let me check this right now.
You're fucking hilarious.
Let me check this right now. Let me check this right now.
You think that leaky defense is gonna keep more clean sheets than Arsenal? That's crazy.
Oh my god, you're fucking hilarious. Yo, CJ, do you ever remember boasting so much about Arteta getting manager of the month? I don't even remember. Like he gets it so much that I don't even know if it's worth it to talk about it.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on. How many clean sheets does Robert Sanchez have?
I don't fucking know. Less than Raya.
Yeah, that's when I know you. See, that's what I mean. It's like you guys love to, but you clearly don't know the stats,
I'm pretty
right?
sure Raya has 8.
All right, bless. Our board has a two. Now get at me. Holler at me.
What does that mean? I don't get it. What point are you trying to prove though?
I know.
My point is, right, that if or that same keeper that you guys keep bashing, oh, he's terrible, whatnot, and mind you, if he's making these saves with a leaky defense, that should actually add to the keeper's credibility. If not, right? Because usually the argument is that well, if a keeper isn't being tested, it's because he has a good defense that doesn't allow him for him to be tested. But in our case, our keeper is being tested, and he's kept the ball out of the net for 8 games. Okay,
Yeah, but who were
so
those 8 games?
sorry.
Who were those
There,
eight
there we
games?
go again, bro. You keep nitpicking at it, bro. I
What?
know context is
So I'm not
important, but
allowed. So I'm not allowed to ask a
so
question.
so it's like I can do the same thing. All right, so who are these 8 games where David, you know what I mean? Where David Raya had 8 clean sheets. Yeah, that's important,
Yeah,
but bro,
but
that's
why you? But I don't understand.
hmm?
Why are you feeling some ways?
Because you're always trying to
So
minimize
one of
the
them is
Chelsea.
Bournemouth. One of them
Oh
was
my
Bournemouth.
gosh, this guy's actually now you're interested in actually digging
One
in
of
the
them was
Merengues
Bournemouth.
realm.
So it was 0-0 at Bournemouth. Then it was Everton at home.
Hmm.
Wolves at home. Burnley away. The
Hmm.
Spurs one I'll give you.
Wait, what do you mean
The
the Spurs one? I'll give you.
Forest I'll give you because you guys were down a man.
Oh my gosh.
Palace at home. Okay. And Fulham at
See,
home.
guys, this is what a hater sounds like. For everybody at home listening, this is what a true hater
How,
sounds like.
how,
Never giving you guys the credit, the acknowledgement. You can accomplish whatever you want in life, and this guy will find a way to bash it, spin it.
I don't
Hmm.
understand why you're feeling some ways. All
My
right.
bro, I'd be.
Raya's most recent one was Brentford at home. Burnley away doesn't really count. West Ham at home. Uh, Fulham away at Craven Cottage. Palace at home. Forest at home. United away. And Leeds at home.
I don't even think it's about that. Like I honestly, you have to add balance to it. As much as you're saying that he's bashing Sanchez and like kind of diminishing this record. I mean, on the other side of the coin, you can't overpraise it. It's like, what has he won yet? He hasn't won the Golden Glove. We're in friggin' December.
Yeah,
And
but honestly, I for me, Chelsea is looking up. You're looking up in
yeah, but
terms
every time you say that, I'm sorry, but every time you say that, Chelsea just goes spiraling right back down. You know what I mean? The last time you talked with this much chest, like it was before or it was after the Barcelona game, right? When you guys were
hmm
on top of the
hmm
world. And
uh-huh.
then went winless in four. So every time, don't do this to yourself as a Chelsea fan. I'm doing this. It's like a therapy session. Don't get yourself overhyped and overexcited because you're just going to be disappointed.
You're gonna get
Realistically
fucked
speaking.
this weekend by Newcastle.
Oh my gosh. All right.
You're gonna
So
get
you put
fucked this weekend by Newcastle.
so you're putting down a Newcastle win in your prediction, I assume.
You're gonna have to wait and see.
Wow. Wow. Mister, I put everything where my mouth is, right? I
You're
mean,
gonna
you should.
get fucked by Newcastle.
All right, well, just put me down for Chelsea from now. You already know. Um but yo, this is great. This is great. This is great. Mind you, for anyone following this at home, right, wherever you are listening, I just want you guys to remember I was down by 6 points in this leaderboard at the start of the season. All right? Yeah, call
And
me
I
at
tossed you
no no
bones
no
for two,
no
3 weeks.
no
CJ,
no
did I toss him a bone or did I not toss him a
no
bone?
no. The crazy part is the crazy part is you actually believed in what
And
you
the
were
thing
selling.
is, you're talking about this like, you've already won something. You haven't won shit.
Well, but I'm getting there. I told you once. I told you guys, bro. Like once I'm here, bro. It's only up. It's only up. My predictions are gonna be on point from now on. On point. You should
So you're
never,
picking
never.
Chelsea every single game from here on out.
You should not necessarily. I'm be very strategic, and you should have never let me come back. That's what I'm saying.
Why?
That's what I'm saying. Down
I like
six.
I
Down
like making
six.
it I like making it entertaining because your club
No,
isn't gonna make it
no.
entertaining. So I
Nice
gotta
try. Nice
keep it
try, though.
entertaining for you.
Nice try. But you actually try. You guys actually try to pull away. You guys actually try to pull away. But listen,
I
man.
don't think we tried to pull away.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. CJ's always doing the business, right? When it comes to his predictions, you as well. And I don't think there's was any reason for you guys to give up that lead purposefully. So you guys did intend to play wholeheartedly. So don't even try to give me that. Down
I
six.
don't think so.
Now
I
I'm
actually
back.
disagree. I think you're taking this a little more seriously than we are, and I truly
Of
think
course,
that
because I'm trying to win. Of course. The hell? This is a full
yeah,
season. This is not like last season where it was like a few games, half a season. No, this is like damn World Cup championship, bro. This is, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, yeah, of course I'm trying to win.
Oh,
well,
but
like I said, well, I'm happy that you're taking it serious. I love to see it.
Hmm.
Because clearly that jersey needs to land in your backyard,
yeah,
and we will help do whatever
he
we
needs
can
it.
to
He
allow that
needs
to
it.
happen.
Ah,
He
wow,
needs it.
wow.
He
You see,
needs it.
that's
Whatever
gonna
you
be
need to help,
that's
fam,
gonna be
Bro,
the
we
that's what
got you.
we're
Don't
here
excuse.
for.
worry. Don't worry. We'll make
Wow,
sure it
wow,
actually arrives on
wow,
time for next season. Don't worry. We got
wow,
you.
wow,
We got you. We
wow.
can CJ and I
You know
can
what?
sell
I
a
gotta
few
give
of
you.
our jerseys to, fund your jersey. It's not a problem. We
Okay,
got
but
you.
I
we
listen,
got
listen,
you
listen.
home and away kit for
Yeah,
next season.
oh shit, home and away from Timu.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
whoever is your PR managers or whoever is like whispering in your ears, man. Honestly, yo, give him a raise because clearly they've told you exactly, they spun it in a way that right you've given yourselves an out, right? An excuse for
How are we spinning it out? We're
no, no,
just,
you
you
guys
know,
have given yourselves an out when you do lose this, and kudos to you guys, right? But yeah,
and then and
it
then
is what it
what?
is.
So what are you gonna say when we don't lose it?
But you're not gonna win. That's what I'm telling you.
Who? We're both not gonna win. Both CJ and I are not
Oh
gonna
yeah.
win.
So first is you, right? I think I'm tied with you, right?
You're
On
tied
30.
for now.
All right, bless. Next is CJ. Next is CJ. That is after this week, bro. I'm gonna be looking back and I'm gonna see the both of you guys, you know, catching dust. So I hope you guys are ready, bro. Make those predictions. If you want to copy, by all means, do what you got to do. But yeah, I came prepared. I came prepared. I ran my mathematical equations. You know, I have everything down pat. So
Anyways, all right.
Yo.
Well, let's get into it. Episode 67 for all you kids. 6-7. If you don't know what that is, you're fucking old as shit. But assuming majority of our listeners do know what it is. Um, Arsenal, a rare week off, and we needed it badly. All the injuries and the legginess of our players, we definitely needed it because when you compete in all fronts and you have a skeleton squad, it is worrisome. But we keep winning. We keep staying on top of the league. Um, you know, we keep having that separation from the blue side of London, the little child side who kicks and screams but can't catch up. Um, this weekend we're heading to the Hill Dixon Stadium to face Everton, where we have actually struggled. I think last year we struggled against Everton away. They're a tough side, and even this year they look a lot better as well. I'm hoping that we get some players back and players fit. Like I don't know what's happening with that with Ben White. Gabriel looks like he might be back for the Aston Villa game, but CJ, I don't know if you heard the rumor that Havertz actually had a setback
Yeah.
and he may be out for another month, which is really worrisome because um, like I don't know what that looks like for Gyökeres. I don't know what type of rotation there's going to be there. Like Marino's going to have to play more up top. Um, like it's almost like we get one side fixed, the front line and the attackers get fixed, and then now the defense is fucked.
Mm.
It's never ending, but I think the week off is going to help. Hopefully Ben White isn't. Have you heard anything on Ben White?
About a month as well, they said.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't think we're going to do anything in the transfer window, to be honest with you. I don't know about you. I don't think we're going to do anything in the
Mm.
transfer window. Um, so, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. Before I pass the torch to you, my expected 11, Raya, Timber, Saliba, Nkapie, Calafiori, Zubamendi, Rice, Eze. Saka, Gyökeres, Trossard. I don't know if this is a game that calls for Odegaard. I would love to keep Odegaard rested for Palace. Um, and I want to have just some creativity. Like I think Gyökeres plays better with Eze than he does Odegaard because Odegaard is a little bit more like recycle the ball and Eze passes through the lines. Um, and Gyökeres plays better with a Trossard than a Martinelli because he has someone to play off of. Um, so I don't know. What's your thoughts? What's your breakdown of the game? Because it's again, every game's crucial right now in the stretch that we're in. Um, but yeah, curious to hear what you have to say.
Um, Actually, first of all, I want to sort of ask you this for the sake of dialogue about our lineup. Um, why do you think, as I mean, you kind of mentioned it, and I also do agree, actually, technically, that sometimes, in the number 10 position, I find Eze does damage the opposition more than an Odegaard does, right? Odegaard for me, like he's playing at the moment like more of an 8 than a 10, right? The purpose
Yeah.
of a number 10 is you're supposed to, again, that P word, right, that we spoke about from the last couple podcasts or so. Like you need to be direct. You need to, you know, you gotta thread the eye of the needle, as they say, with certain passes. You gotta pick out, you can't be afraid to play that pass. I saw a clip going around in the last couple of weeks online about certain runs that Gyökeres is making, and Odegaard is not looking to play that ball in behind, right? That direct ball. It's more so, recycle, keep, play the safe pass, played out wide to Saka. Kind of, he's very good, Odegaard, at looking busy, as they say, right? Get on the ball, but you're just kind of popping it off once you get it. You're not really doing anything direct to split the lines or break the lines, as you said. Really, I think that's what he's not doing as much, and it's something that we know he can do. For just whatever reason, at the moment, he's not, damaging the opposition as much as we would like, and we know Eze can do that, right? Now, my thing is to you, when I'm kind of reversing this back on you, is do you think Eze deserves to play though, based on form? We have a couple of attacking players who are out of form at the moment, and I would include Eze in that. He hasn't really played well the last few games. Honestly, we haven't seen the best of him since that week of Spurs and Bayern Munich. So yeah, well, I mean, what do you think about that? Is it just the best of a poor bunch at the moment of players who aren't in form that you're picking Eze to go with, or you're trying to play him back into form? But what makes you put Eze in over Odegaard in this case?
I just think I don't want I think the one thing that I'm dying to see is more creativity. Yes, Odegaard is a creative player, but sometimes I think he just plays too safe. And I think while Everton may come out and not play a low block, I do think their game plan is going to be to frustrate us.
Yeah, I think so
And I
too.
don't think Odegaard in this game will do enough. Right? Like if we had like genuinely if we had our back line and I knew everyone was healthy, this would be one of those games where again I know we're away from home, but this would be a game if we had Gabriel and Saliba and everyone was healthy. I would say play Rice in the holder and then play both Eze and Odegaard.
Hmm.
Like go there and make a statement. Don't be afraid of Everton. Fuck it. But because we don't have that luxury, like I don't, and I agree with you. Yes, maybe um Eze hasn't been in good form, but also like who in our front line has been in
Yeah.
good form? Mikel Merino. That's it. If we're being honest, Mikel Merino and maybe Saka. So for me, that's what I think. And um, on the Odegaard thing, it's not that he's not creative, but I don't think I think this game you need someone to take that risk, take that chance, and I don't think Odegaard is that. Whereas when you're playing at home against a Palace team who can hurt you on the counter, like you want to be a little bit safe. Yes, I know some people I can already hear be like, that doesn't make sense. You're away from home. You want to be more safe away from home and be more secure on the ball. But like outside of Grealish, I'm not really worried about Everton. So maybe that's me disrespecting them or not disrespecting them, but that's the way that I look at it. And again, it comes down to relationships. Like if Gyökeres is going to be playing, then you play players that can get the best out of him to
Mm,
give him some confidence. If
mm.
Marino's up top, then no, play Odegaard, right? Because Marino plays better with Odegaard and Martinelli, and Gyökeres plays better with Eze and Trossard. So it's kind of building those relationships and getting those connections. So that's how I look at it. I don't know if it
No, I
makes
think
sense.
yeah, very. I think that's very well said, honestly, and just kind of piggybacking off of what you were saying. Um, I'll just kind of go towards what my thoughts are on the game and my breakdown of it is. Um, yeah, I think simply put, after a week's rest, I think that'll do the players a world of good. And I think the players, after disappointing, I almost said disappointing result last weekend because despite everything, it feels like a loss. We got the 3 points, but it still feels like drop points, or it feels like, there's a little bit of unrest at the moment. And you can even tell that with the players, right? Declan
Yeah.
Rice, Odegaard, you've heard even in the dressing room, there was rumblings about this week that, after the game, players have to have some real big talks in the dressing room, saying, guys, this isn't good enough. Like, what the hell's going on? So I think despite us getting the 3 points last week, there's certainly, there's this feeling at the moment that we need to step up our shit, especially because, we know what's behind us and who's chasing us at the moment. So I think all that being said, this week off for reflection is good for the players. And I think we're all, from an Arsenal persuasion, expecting a bounce back performance. So I think they'll want to go out and show something this weekend. That's the hope, and that's the goal. Um, I actually think playing in their new ground. I know what you were saying earlier about us playing, having a bit of a dodgy record over at their ground in the last few weeks. Sorry, last few years. I think what stands us in good stead this time around is that they were playing in a new ground for the first time. They're still getting used to their home stadium. Essentially, it's nothing like Goodison Park, right? Goodison Park is that old school football ground where the fans are close to the pitch, right? So
Yeah.
it's more of an intimidating atmosphere. When you literally have the fans almost right beside kind of the pitch area. But their new ground, right, which is the more of the modern grounds, is the fans aren't as close to the pitch. It's a little bit
Yeah.
more spread out. It's a little bit further away. You're a little bit further away from the pitch from a fan's perspective. So may not be as atmospheric. So, I think, yeah, going to a Goodison ground with that going to be an intimidating ground. This is not going to be that, although it's still away from home. But we're experiencing it for the first time. They're experiencing playing Arsenal for the first time in their ground. We're going there for the first time. So I don't think it has as much of an intimidation factor as Goodison Park would be. I could be wrong, but that's just something I've considered. And I think we also have to consider the fact that we didn't touch on this yet, but they're going to be missing some big players. They have two players already who have gone off to AFCON. I think Njai, who's been one of their better players so far this season, Njai. I think Idris Gana Gay, if I'm not mistaken, as well, is also gone, who's key in their midfield. Dewsbury Hall, who has been instrumental in their form so far this season, he's picked up a muscular injury, so I think he's out as well. And I heard Jack Grealish just had a knock. Whether he's back or not in time for this game, I don't know. But there was rumblings that he picked up a little bit of an injury, so they're going to be missing at least three to four, key players. And I think that all that being said, that all sort of points in the direction that the time is now for us. Like, I think we're catching them at a good time. If that makes sense. I think we're catching them at a good time. I think again with the rest that we had. New ground, there's a lot of variables there that kind of swing things in our favor, and I think, listen, all that aside anyways, right, we're going for a title regardless of who's fit, who's not, what ground we're playing at, what time of day. Like, we should be getting the 3 points regardless, right? But I think now, under certain circumstances, there's things there that you can say as motivational factors to say, hey guys, like, let's go out and get the job done. They're missing some key players, right? So I think we don't have much of an excuse, to be honest with you. And I think the lineup that we should go with, I almost fully agree with yours, actually. The back line, I know we have injuries there, but our back line at the moment that can play this game is pretty close to what we would expect to be our full starting back line. None of this shape-shifting stuff, none of this putting square pegs in round holes. The only one that's going to be missing is going to be Gabriel, right? But Saliba should be back, which means you revert Timber back to right back. That's the best right back in our club, one of the best in the league. Calafiori in his form, you stick him back at left back. So really the only one that you're missing in that top quality back four that we have is Gabriel. And you have a pretty able deputy in Hincapié coming in there to play next to Saliba, which we should trust, right? Again, we have this squad for a reason. It's not like Hincapié is coming in and playing beside a Mascara, and that's an unfamiliar sort of back line there. You're playing beside Saliba. So because we have Calafiori there, we have Timber, we have Saliba, all that familiarity next to Kinkapia, he should be fine in there, right? I think that's going to be pretty close to what our starting back four should be until Gabriel comes back, which apparently isn't too far away, hopefully either. So,
Yeah.
um, you rock with that back four. I think that should be fine. Midfield three, I think you're going to revert back to your Rice and Zubimendi partnership in there. Um, whether see what I want to do, or even if I wanted to do an Eze, I'm kind of going what I think the manager will go with, and I think he's going to start Odegaard, right? For as long as
Yeah.
Odegaard is fit, Odegaard is one of his main guys, right? That's literally his, they say as teacher's pet kind of thing. Like Odegaard is the manager on the pitch. Everything that Arteta conveys through the touchline is into Odegaard on the field, and that's why he's his captain. So for as long as Odegaard is fit and can walk and can breathe, he's going to play. Let's be honest, So
He can breathe.
I think. No, truly, I think we can expect to see him in there. Whether we like it or not, I think we just can expect to see that Odegaard will play if he's fit.
Have you heard anything from Mascara? Like I know it's at 6 weeks, but I
Yeah,
don't even know.
he's out for an extended period of time as well. So I'm not even thinking about him anytime soon. He's going to be out for. I know it's insane, man. And I'm sure we'll get to it. We'll talk about the run of fixtures that we have coming up in January and the concerns there, but. Yeah, the players that we need back to deal with this number of injuries, because it's just bringing me back to the PTSD of January this past year, if you remember. Like that's where things went to shit for us, right? Just the amount of games and the players that we were losing, we couldn't keep up, and that's where our season sort of derailed. So we need to get some players back ASAP. But yeah, continuing with the lineup there, yeah, that midfield three I think will revert back to type that trusted midfield three of our captain Odegaard in there alongside Rice and Zubimendi. Front three, I think on our flanks, you start your Bukayo Saka and then you start Trossard on the left, who's been our best attacking player this season. And then Gyökeres up top, right? I think one thing that would help a Gyökeres who's in poor form is the fact that he's playing with a Trossard, right? Like those combinations. I think that's definitely somebody that Gyökeres will link up well with. Trossard does tend to look for him if he can, and he tries to link up with the number 9. Way better than Martinelli does, who just has his head down all the time. So I think, playing with Trossard and Saka, and then you have that midfield behind you. I think Gyökeres, man, he's got to step up now. He's got to do something in this game for me. At the very least, a performance. Because I don't know about you, before the injury, he may not have been scoring regularly, but at least one thing we could have said about Gyökeres was he was playing well and he was causing problems. Since he's returned from the injury, he had not even. It's not even that he's not scoring; he's not playing well either, right? He just looks like a shadow of himself. So hopefully with these guys around him now, he can step up in this game, and hopefully with an extra week's rest, he can step up. But all in all, man, that being said, I think we can expect, or we should expect 3 points. I don't think I wouldn't say a draw is good enough. I
No,
wouldn't,
a draw is a fail. A draw is no.
because I think also City play before us this week, and let's be honest, they're probably going to win their game at home against West Ham. So they'll be top of the league for at least a few hours. So what kind of psychological boost will that have on us? We need to go out and get the job done.
And make a statement. That's the thing. Like,
yeah, I
City
agree.
made a statement last week. Like, this has to be a statement. Yes, I understand it's Everton and it's not Palace, but like this has to be a statement.
Yeah, no, fully agree. I agree with you. I think not even like a win, like before you take those wins where it's like we win scrappy off a corner kick,
No,
1-0. Like we need to win, and we need to win convincingly. I find so. I think I agree with that point. Like we need to actually show something in the game.
Yeah. Before we go to the Premier League preview, just quickly wrapping up the EFL Cup. Chelsea got flattered in their scoreline as they beat Cardiff City 3-1. They were dominated the first half, and Enzo made a couple changes to, try to shift the domination that Cardiff City had over Chelsea. League One side, they look like they're going to get promoted to the championship, and doesn't look good for the Centurions getting dominated by a League One side. Laurent, did you like that performance out of Chelsea?
I like the result.
Hmm.
I like the result. I like the substitutions. I like the coach, right? Doing what is required on his part to make sure we get our foot over the line.
Hmm.
Yeah, those are the things I like. In regards to some of the players that did start that game, again, right? You've heard my criticism. Tyreek George, Giddens also was underwhelming. But funny enough, the hero, right? is the guy you guys love to make fun of, Garnacho. He was the guy that definitely showed his quality in that game. Mind you, again, for me, it's just if he's more brave, he's more direct. I think he can become an even better player. But other than that, right? Like I said, we punched our ticket in into the semis. Well on our way, winning another trophy. So that's what I'm excited for. And I know that at this stage, the manager will put the required lineup for us to, you know, dominate from the first half onwards. So
Hmm.
I'm not worried. Mm.
Apparently,
Caicedo's gonna miss the next game.
yeah, I heard
Yeah,
that.
I heard because of again
Petulant yellow
uh
card, eh?
yeah, very highly petulant. It is what it is, but
Oh
again,
man, and this is a big game that he's missing too. This is a game
yeah,
that you want him there.
yeah. I mean,
No,
we're
like
gonna
sure, I'm
need
not
to
trying to
lock
be an
down
asshole.
like
I'm being serious. Like this is a game where you need Caicedo against
well,
Newcastle away.
it is wait, no, I swear this only applies for the EFL.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he's out of the EFL. He would miss the EFL game.
Yeah, not the
No,
Premier League.
I swear it carries over in the Prem. It's the next game, no?
I don't
No,
think so.
no. Yeah, they were saying I was
Or
reading
is
up on
that
it
for
today.
FA Cup that it carries over in the Prem?
It might be it might be FA Cup.
Because I know one of them it carries over into the Prem.
Yeah, I don't think it was this
Yeah,
one because I remember when I heard they were saying he's gonna mix the next EFL
missed the
game.
EFL. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
then
I heard that too.
maybe I got the two
Yeah.
maybe I got the two mixed up. But
Mm.
either way, it's a big loss. It's a big loss
Well, yeah, I
because
mean,
the game's like once you guys face Arsenal, the tie's gonna be over after the first leg. Gonna
listen,
bang 3 goals
I,
in, and it's gonna
I
be
was gonna
over.
say I was gonna
Game
say
set
actually
match.
I was gonna say I'd be interested to see what Palace fans have to say
Mm.
about it, but
Game set
yeah,
match. It's
mm,
over. Game,
right, right,
done.
right. Mm.
You know.
Well, hey man, best of luck to you.
We'll show you who the Golden Glove winner is.
Right. I'm sure you will. Just like how you guys let the last place team score on you guys, right?
Of course. Just
Yeah,
like you let a
yeah,
League One side score on you. League
Mm.
One.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't. I would. I would.
Sanchez was in the net. Sanchez was in the net, by the way.
Mm-mm.
Just a heads up.
Doesn't matter. It was a League
S-
One side.
Sanchez was in the net, by the way.
League One
Yeah,
side.
but wait, was
League
David
One.
Raya in net when you faced
League
Wolves?
One. Yeah, because we're playing in
Mm.
the
Uh,
Premier League.
are blessed, are
We're
blessed.
playing in the
Funny enough,
Premier
yo,
League.
they could have easily rested David Raya for this game.
We're playing in the
Funny.
Premier League.
Funny enough, so it's funny because yo, that game you could have easily rested David Raya, but it just goes to show how much respect you guys showed Wolves,
Yeah,
right?
because
So,
it's the
uh,
Premier League, not
yeah,
League One.
yeah, and they haven't won
There's a
in
difference,
wait, they
right?
haven't won. Can someone
There's a
remind me
difference.
when's the last time Wolves won a game?
Again,
Anyone
it's
wanna?
the Premier League. It's
Yeah, but
not League One.
when's the last time Wolves won a game?
It's the
Actually, do you want me to
Premier
remind you
League.
what the record is? They're 2 and
The pr-
14, by the way. 2 and 14, right? This
it's
team
the
that you
pre-
guys 2 and
actually the
14.
record is 0-2-14. So
Yeah,
if
sorry,
you're
0-2
gonna
and 14. My bad. 0-2
there
and
you
14.
go.
Yeah.
It's okay. I
Yeah,
know,
0-2 and 14.
not only did the jersey not show up, the classes didn't show up on time either.
0-2 and 14. Look at
Okay. But
right,
it's a
right.
Premier League side,
Mm.
not a League One side.
Yeah,
So
0-2 and 14. And 35 goals conceded, as far as I'm concerned.
correct.
9 goals scored, right?
Correct.
Yeah, man.
Correct.
Yeah, that's the side
For a
that you
Premier
got.
League side, that's,
Nah,
if they were
that's
facing League One side, they would dominate
nah,
as
man.
well.
Nah, man. I can tell you right now that Cardiff would have probably beat that Wolves team with class. The way they were playing, they would have beat that
I think you're
Cardiff.
underestimating how good the
Car-
Premier League is.
I think you're overestimating how terrible the
Wolves held Aston Villa to 1.
oh my gosh, they're terrible. They're terrible. It's
Oh
not
my
even
God.
sugar coated.
Anyways,
They're a horde.
yeah, I just League One side. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, semis. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, we'll see
I'm
you there, and we'll dominate.
all right.
Man City, continue. Did you guys see Cherky's goal?
No.
Yeah, it was good.
It was a worldie. And then Pep fucking roasted him. He's like, yeah, he didn't play well, got a goal, but he's not doing what I want him to do. I'm like, damn, Pep, you're a fucking asshole. He said the same thing about Foden as well. Um, but hey, they won, beat Brentford 2-0.
Did you
Uh,
guys watch that game?
I caught parts of it. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I caught parts of it. I did see the Cherokee goal.
Someone was saying at 0-0, City should have had a player sent off, apparently.
Yes, yes,
Hmm.
they got lucky. Yes, but again, that's what you get for being, four-time champs. And they've won the EFL Cup quite a few times.
Yep.
Like I think it's I think they've won the most times, if I'm not mistaken. Is it them? Who's won the
Certainly
most?
under Pep, yeah.
Yeah. And then last game of this week, it was Newcastle. They scored a late goal to beat Fulham. Kind of harsh for Fulham, um, because they played well. They played quite well, but the holders are, yeah, I don't know. Newcastle just look a little off. I don't know what's going on with them. Like they're facing City in the semis, and then Chelsea face Arsenal or Palace. But Newcastle, something's off with Newcastle. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's Eddie Howe issue. I don't know if it's, like something's off. And a part of me wants to point at Eddie Howe because I just don't think he's a. I think for where the owners of Newcastle want that club to go, I don't think it's gonna happen with. I don't think it's gonna happen with Eddie Howe. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on it, but that's like that's my feel for it.
Hmm. I actually think he's a good manager, you know. Like I like Eddie Howe as a manager. Um, how high is his level? That's another question. Yeah. I mean, like, is it one of those where he's reached his ceiling with this club and with this team? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, does he need more? Does he need to be backed financially, right, by the ownership? He lost one of his best players this summer in Isaac, right? And if he, who knows, if he kept that player, they could continue to climb the ladder, right? So it just seemed like a backward step for them losing, let's be honest, their best player along with Bruno Guimaraes, right? Hard for a lot of people to recover from. And I did say as well, I think, the fact that they're back in the Champions League this season, we've seen them clubs like them in Aston Villa over the years, right? When they're playing once a week or they're not playing in the Champions League, that's when they hit that top four. And we saw Newcastle do that last season. But then they get that European football or that top level European football, I should say, in the Champions League, which is really demanding. And then it kind of hinders your Premier League campaign. Happened to Aston Villa last season, the same as well. So, um,
Happening to
yeah,
Chelsea this year too.
mm, some would say, yeah.
They can't rotate a full squad because last season they were able to rotate a full squad and rest their best players, but now their squad's getting stretched. And some defenders that really shouldn't be seeing the pitch are seeing the pitch.
In the case of sorry, Newcastle or Chelsea.
Chelsea,
Mm.
would you agree, Laurent?
I mean, listen, we were talking about Newcastle. I don't know how Chelsea got in the mix, but
Because
yes,
I think Chelsea would be title contenders if they didn't have Champions League and they could rotate their 50-man squad.
wow, wow, look at that. That's I don't know if that's the nicest or backhanded compliment that
No, it's a compliment.
yeah, with a slight backhand to it, but
How is that a backhand? I just don't think you guys have the depth and from a defensive point of view to be able to compete every 3 days.
I think the biggest thing that did affect our depth was again the unforeseen circumstance of Levi's Coel's injury. Um, if I was, I think that's the biggest blow that Chelsea has faced this season, right? If we're all being pretty objective, that is a big loss. Now, aside from that, yes, some of the players, well, we recently got Fofana back. Him and Chalobah are solid, right? As a pairing, Lots of clean sheets as well with them on the pitch. But other than that, right, Hato, young defender, little experience. Um, so yeah, it leaves us with Tosin and Alexa Badiashile, which we kind of use to rotate for those games. And unfortunately, yeah, those players are nervy at times, right? It is what it is. Um, so now I think, funny enough, it's to me the work has to be done on the offensive end, right? To negate the defensive leaks, which I think is something that we can get away with um, if our attacking players keep producing. And now with Cole Palmer back, right, a new addition, I think he's gonna be a catalyst for the attack.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, on Chelsea, you guys are heading north to face the Geordies, Newcastle. Um, big game, big game for you lot because that midfield is not one for the lighthearted person because that Joe Linton, Tonali, Guimaraes, they will give you a run for your money. Um,
Is Joelinton fit?
I swear, I thought he's back. I might be wrong.
I wonder if he played yesterday. He was on the
He
bench, I believe, last weekend against Sunderland.
he
So
didn't. I
maybe,
don't think he came on.
yeah.
Um, but Laurent, what's your expectation of this game?
Well, it is an away game if I recall.
It
Now,
is.
it's very important that he gets the lineup correct from the get-go, especially in the back. Now, in regards to the midfield, that's a good point that you brought up, right? In regards to Newcastle's midfield and right, the legs, the strength that they have. So for me, a Caicedo and a Reece James pairing would be ideal. However, I do not know if that's going to happen, given the fact that Cole Palmer is there and Enzo is most likely going to be taking that position, right? So um, I still think that we have the level to compete. Some of the players did get rest, right, from last game, as opposed to theirs, because I'm pretty sure they played a strong lineup for their Fulham game.
Yep.
So yeah, we did manage to rest our players, and even our star players that did play did not play the full game, right? So they came on around the halftime and later. But yeah, like I'm confident, right? Like I said, Cole Palmer playing this game, I think the world is going to see right what it means when you have your star player back in your lineup. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. 7:30 a.m. I'll be there.
Yeah, Joe Linton, he's nursing the injury, but it looks like he'll probably be back for this game.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, and I hope Caicedo forces him to nurse it back again after that game, right? So yeah,
oh,
uh,
that's funny. Wolves. They look to build on another good performance away from home against Arsenal. They're hosting Brentford. Do we think they get points this game?
Hmm. They're home?
They're home against Brentford, yeah.
Hmm.
Brentford's going to be missing Otara and Onyeka. Frank Onyeka playing for Nigeria and Otara playing for Burkina Faso.
mm. Wait, won't Wolves be missing some players too? I swear there
Yeah,
was
they're missing Agbadu playing for Ivory Coast and Tawanda Chiwera for playing for Zimbabwe.
Agbadu. That name sounds familiar. Agbadu.
I'm pretty sure he's the one. No, he didn't score. He's their defender.
Ah, yeah, 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 yeah.
Do we think they get points in this game?
Yeah, I can see a draw. To be honest, man, for me, I think off the back of their previous game, despite not winning, for me it's a good psychological boost for them. And if I'm the coach, I'm using that game to propel them to want to,
Well, that's what Rob
uh,
Edwards said. He said there's been a few games that they played well. The only
mm,
slip was a United game where they thought that they could open up a little bit, and
mm,
unfortunately, United took advantage of it.
right, right.
Right, like so.
But yeah, no, I can see them at least minimum at least drawing in this game. Um, yeah.
CJ?
Yeah, I think it's not beyond the realms of possibility because I think, yeah, if you took in their performance last week against Arsenal, you'd be thinking, well, shit, they play like that, all season long. They're bound to get more points, right? That was against us was one of their better performances. So it depends on which Wolves team shows up. But I wouldn't be surprised if they finally get, something from this game, like a draw, I think.
Man City, like you shared a little bit earlier, Man City facing West Ham at home. They're gonna have a chance of going top the league for a few hours. Surely City don't drop any points, right?
Unfortunately not. I don't think so. Keep Holland as your captain. He's
Yeah,
down the bag. He's on some shit, man. Like
yeah.
he's you know what do you say? What do you even say? There's nothing to say. He's just robotic, bro.
Is he gonna
Genetic.
win the Ballon d'Or?
Well, you know how
For the
these awards
for the
go,
Premier
man.
League?
Like,
Oh no, sorry. You mean no, no, no,
well, if they win, it depends if they win something, right? That's what I was gonna say. That's how these awards
no.
go.
Because
It's not an individual award alone. Your club has to win something as well, or has to win a major.
I agree. But wait, is it solely like your club has to win, even if you perform to you're the best player, but your club doesn't win, you can't win it?
Yeah,
Well, I would argue, yeah. From an Arsenal perspective, I'm obviously butthurt the fact that Thierry Henry should have won a Golden Boot.
Mm.
Sorry, not
or
Golden Boot,
Ballon d'Or.
a Ballon d'Or. Um, because the year that he lost out to Pablo Nedved, our younger viewers may, maybe not recollect this, but back in I think it was 2003, Henry lost out to Pablo Nedved of Juventus. Um, who Henri had an unbelievable individual season, the best around at the time. But obviously, I think that year Arsenal didn't win. They finished runner up in the Premier League, and they didn't obviously win the Champions League. So they, what I find more often than not is it's the team that wins. Not even just Premier League. It's like if your team won the Champions League, or they, it was a World Cup year or a Euros year, and they performed in the international tournament, and the team, went all the way or even won that. That's when I noticed, the Ballon d'Or award um, sort of steers in that direction. If you think about all the past winners over the years, right? So it's not only have you been performing, but your team should have won something significant, whether it's a trophy for your country or Champions League. So I don't think much is done for individual brilliance alone. To be honest, when it comes to the Ballon d'Or.
Mm. So I mean, with that, like, I mean, let's be real. You have Mbappe in La Liga, 17 goals as well. Harry Kane, 18 goals in the
Mm.
Bundesliga, right? And these are both teams that do have the capabilities of winning titles, right? So, if I'm being real, I can see those two winning it ahead of Holland.
Hmm.
So you're saying because funny for me, I think City have just as good of a chance from a club perspective of winning major titles this year too, right? Just as much as a Bayern and a Real Madrid. Definitely Real Madrid, the way they're playing at the moment. So I think Holland has just as good of a chance as those guys from that perspective.
Madrid's in turmoil. I don't think they're gonna win anything because they're talking about Xabi getting until the Super Cup to see if the board will keep him. Harry Kane maybe has a shout, but yeah, no, I wouldn't. Yeah,
Were you still
Mbappe.
thinking of sacking
Yep.
Xabi?
Yeah.
Really?
Because I don't know if you guys watched the Golazo shirt on CBS with Micah Richards, Jamie Carragher, um, and Thierry Henry. Thierry kind of spoke on the situation. He said the way that Real Madrid is, they don't want a coach; they want a people manager. And when you start coaching too much, majority of the pull is with the players. It's like 90% with the players, 10% with the manager. And Jabi is coaching too much.
That makes sense, because Real Madrid is obviously they're always going to be a club of big egos and
Personalities.
big players.
Yeah,
So you just need somebody to manage those
just
personalities,
manage
right?
the egos and make
Let
sure
them
that
play.
like a Carlo Ancelotti, like a Zinedine Zidane. That's all you need to do, right? Jose Mourinho is really good
Hmm.
at it,
Hmm.
managing the
Hmm.
emotions, managing the people, and getting the best out of those emotions. So I think that's where Javi's failing, and I think it's soon going to come to an end, and I think it's going to be turmoil for that club. So
Saying Arnie Slot wouldn't do well over there.
never, 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 would never
Yeah,
do it.
but I mean, how because in La Liga, I mean, they're second place. What 4 points off of Barcelona.
That's terrible
For them,
for
yeah.
Madrid. That's
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah, no, I mean, but listen, I feel like if you get rid of him mid-season, that could even be even worse, right? Like at
Yes,
that point,
but
it's almost you're scrapping the season and just saying, all right, let's just rebuild or whatever, start over from now,
yeah,
and we'll.
100%.
It's
I totally agree with you, but that's Madrid. That's the standard of Madrid.
mm,
That's this is
Yeah.
terrible. They should not have three draws, two losses. Like this is terrible for them.
mm.
And I
So
think it's also the fact that they're not playing well either, too, right?
yeah, and there's unrest. There's unrest. So um, Brighton hosts Sunderland. Both teams mid-table. They're trying to stay up. I think this is going to be tough for Sunderland because they're missing. I think seven players. Two of them are which play for Congo. Um, sorry, is it seven or eight players? One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, six players. Sorry, six players. Um, and Brighton, I believe they're only missing Carlos Baleba from Cameroon. Um, is this where we see Sunderland start dropping down the table? Because some of the players that they're missing, like you know Noah Siddiqui, Talbi, Reynaldo, Habib Diarra, Masusaka from Congo, Siddiqui from Congo, and Bertrand Traore from Burkina Faso. Like a lot of those are starters.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
is
it
they
this
could
should
where we
find
be.
a
see them
spot.
slip?
It could be because I think you just mentioned what 3 players, man. That's a lot to lose.
Six,
Oh, you mentioned six. Yeah, then
six
wait,
players. They're
and
missing
six
six.
starters? Six starters?
I don't know if there's six starter. I know Traore is a starter. I know Talbi is a starter, and I know Reynaldo is a starter. That's
Mm.
three out of the six that are starters.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, man. Um, I think we can all agree, right, that that's pretty disruptive to any club,
Yeah.
especially if those players are key to your system, right, and to even to your record up to this point. Um, so it is what it is, right? Coach will have to make the adjustments, and what it's a month, right? AFCON,
Yeah, the
something
20th
like
till the 19th of January or something.
yeah. How many league games is that? Three, three, four?
Give or no more, four maybe. Yeah, four,
Yeah, that's
four
12
to
points.
It
five.
could be more. I mean, if you're factoring the Christmas period, there's extra games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of points.
So January 18th
Mm.
starts this Sunday and it goes to January 18th. Oh, Congo.
Oh yeah, yeah, man.
Are
We're
they
gonna
gonna
look to
make
win it.
it? They're gonna win it?
We're gonna look to win it. Of
Oh,
course,
okay.
bro. We have a solid squad.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Bournemouth hosting Lonely Wolves. You know what? I was looking at the table. Bournemouth are quite low in the table, eh?
Most Wolves? Oh, Burnley, you mean?
Sorry, Burnley. Sorry.
Oh, okay, okay.
Um, Bournemouth are quite low in the table, eh?
Yeah. They had
Like,
good form starting the season, but
yeah, but now they're 13th.
what's
Have
crazy though, I swear that form dipped with Semenyo's dip in performance, no? Because earlier in the season he's scoring, you know, pretty frequently, and then as soon as right, that was no longer in the equation. Um, there's not much, right, that we've seen from them.
they haven't won in five,
Mm,
and Burnley's obviously lost all the last five games, but Bournemouth have three draws and two losses in the last five games, so something's got to give.
right.
Um, and I think, unfortunately, I think it's going to be Bournemouth winning. I really don't give Burnley any chance in this game. Spurs. They look to do Spursy things, hosting Liverpool without Mohamed Salah begins. Um,
I'm surprised we didn't predict this one actually.
we can predict this one instead of the Villa United game. I just thought the Villa United game was
Uh, I'm not actually.
Up to you
like I
guys.
mean United are missing a few key players, and Mbeumo, Diallo, and Mazraoui.
Yeah, I think the Spurs Liverpool game is more of a toss-up than.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure
Really?
everyone would have said Villa, no?
No, not necessarily.
No?
we can do this
Really?
game. I don't care.
All right, then let's keep the Villa United then.
Um, do we think Liverpool make the seat warmer for Thomas Frank, or do we think Spurs do what they do best, win games that they're not meant to win?
I mean, why would you even want Thomas Frank, given his? I mean, he didn't perform, at all for me with Tottenham this season. Yeah, like I just couldn't even see why Liverpool would want him there, right? Because it was not a good season for him at all by those standards. I think the expectations were a lot higher for him and Spurs.
For Frank?
Yeah, for Frank and
Yeah.
Spurs. Yeah, and
I think they made a rash decision with Ange. Like I understand where they finished in the league.
mm, but who knows, man? Who knows? But again, Slot's gonna finish the season, in my opinion. Not
Willing
really.
to
Like you know,
willing to put money on it?
I'm just saying. Right. I'm pretty sure he's gonna finish the season.
Hmm.
Like,
Oh, now it's pretty sure.
well, yeah. Like again, right? It's one of those. He has. I think he has the backing of the team. It seems right. Even with the whole Salah debacle, I feel like that kind of strengthened his position a bit. Um, and plus, like I feel like he could be on a turnaround, right, in terms of getting them to perform. So yeah, we'll see.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know you want him out as immediately as possible, but
I don't want him out immediately. As long as he's there, they're gonna suffer. So
mm,
that's what I want. Um,
Do you think he's gonna? You still think he's gonna get sacked at some point, Murda?
if Jabi Alonso becomes available, yes,
Hmm.
yes, I think the seat's gonna get a lot warmer if Jabi gets sacked. Um, Leeds, they're looking to build on a couple good performances. Um, they're hosting Crystal Palace at Ellen Road. I mean, Oliver Glasner's already said that he's not gonna re-sign next year with Palace. Is that someone that a Liverpool or a Chelsea or a Spurs or even a United look at? Right? Like Oliver Glasner has done wonders without any funding. And some of the players, some of the coaches that I just named, they've had a lot of support. One of which has had $2 billion worth of support. Here comes the. You always got to toss that jab in there, right? Do you guys see this game going any way but a Palace win, or
I'm looking at Palace's result today. They played in the conference. They rotated heavily by the looks of things, and they tied 2-2. So maybe they're trying to give some players some rest. But I don't know. Yeah, Leeds has been in decent form, so it's tough.
wait, but aren't they gonna factor in the EFL game as well? You don't think, in terms of how they decide to stack up?
So you think they're going to rotate again?
I
Well,
mean,
I'm just
both
saying
teams play. Sorry, Lauren, but both teams play Saturday at 3 o'clock.
As
funny
in
enough,
Arsenal and Palace?
Yeah,
I
I'm
do
if I'm
think.
lo- if I'm
Go
looking
on.
at the thing. Sorry, if I'm looking at the
Yeah, you're
like
right.
the 3 p.m. Eastern time. Sorry, Eastern Standard Time. So they both play the late game on Saturday. Sorry, Laurent.
Yeah, no. So I think given the opposition being Leeds, they can get away with a bit of rotation, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys agree, but
I personally don't.
you don't. Mm,
I
And
don't think he's
if
gonna do it.
if it was at Selhurst, I totally agree with you. But Leeds at Ellen Road,
mm.
they've been quite good. They've been quite good at Ellen Road. They
Wait, what's their
scored
record like?
they scored three against Liverpool at home.
Hmm.
They beat Chelsea obviously 3-1.
Jeez, don't remind me
Um,
of
they
that.
put two past City at the Etihad. They put one past Villa at Ellen Road. Like they're no slouch, and Ellen Road's a tough place to go to. Um, so I don't know if I would agree with them rotating necessarily. Both teams are gonna have the same amount of rest.
Honestly, Laurent, it's pretty similar to what you said the other week. I forgot who Chelsea was playing when I said, would you rotate for the Premier League game? Because, you had a midweek game. Was it a Champions League? I think it was a Champions League game. Might have been the one against Atalanta. And I was making the point that, in the Champions League, you guys need as much points as possible because, you're not secure in that top 8 or top 16 or whatever it was. And, in the Champions League, you're going to want to put out your best side. Whereas the Premier League, you may have a little bit more leeway. And then you said, the opposite. So I actually think it would be the same for Crystal Palace. With using your same logic, I think they'll say, the Premier League is your bread and butter.
Mm,
Um, you can't afford to rotate, or you want to pick up as many points in the Premier League as possible because you never know where you can finish and how you can land and what and all that stuff. So I think they would use that same sort of logic that you had the other week, and I think therefore they won't look to rotate. They're going to want to go as strong as they can in the Prem. They've been in a decent run of form. Obviously, they lost last week to City, but I think they want to pick back up in the Prem. So
mm,
yeah, I think they'll probably go as strong as they can.
okay.
Um, Last couple games, Villa. This is one of the games that we're predicting. They look to keep winning and keep remaining in the title race. They're hosting Manchester United. We're going to be here without two of their key attackers, I would say, um, Embuemo, Diallo, and Mazraoui. Because we're predicting this one, the only thing that I would say is this is one of those games that I think United show up for, and I don't know you know, what type of Villa we see. Um, I know CJ, you typically keep it close to your chest, but Do you see United having any chance in this game?
Maybe because yeah, it depends. Like it depends. Like I think it depends on the fact that United, yeah, United sometimes, and I think we said this prior to the Bournemouth game as well, right? You never know what United team is going to show up. So you would think, and sometimes typically they tend to step up for the bigger games. Um, but yeah, I do think though that the now that I'm actually really thinking about it, um, yeah, completely taking in the fact that they're going to lose some big players to AFCON. Um, and everyone said that once they lose those players, that United is cooked, respectfully. So yeah, I
All right, so
think it's
we
not.
switching it out for the Spurs and Liverpool game? Because I'm pretty sure we're all going to see Villa at this point.
You guys waiting for me to say it?
Yeah, no, like, well, I'm asking you guys, right? Like, I'm pretty sure we're all going to see
I'm
Villa at this
okay with
point.
whatever.
It
I'm
sounds like you
okay.
want to switch it out, Laurent. So whatever you want to do,
Yeah,
sir.
No, but
I'm
because
okay with whatever helps you get a Chelsea kit. Let's switch it out because I think that helps you get a
wait, hold
Chelsea
on,
kit.
hold on. Before we switch it out, right? The only reason why I'm saying because I'm pretty sure all going to go Villa, and then initially CJ, you're like, no, we're not. But now, right? You've assessed the fact that well, United is has lost pretty much three key players to their squad, right? Which I'm assuming is gonna force you to lean over to choosing the other team in this result, right? Plus they are home. So based off of that, right? It seems like most of our predictions are gonna go one way, unless someone is willing to go the other way. I don't mind. So
Yo,
you guys,
Murdoch, it's actually killing me how serious Laurent is taking this shit, man.
of
Yeah,
course.
I mean,
Um,
listen, I'm okay with whatever is gonna help Laurent get a Chelsea kit. So, Laurent, what game do you want to predict?
like hearing the strategy behind all this, you know what I'm saying? The strategic plotting, like. Don't
Of
hurt yourself
course.
too much, fam. Don't exercise your brain too much. It's a Thursday night, fam. Just
Listen, bro. Every day of the week, you gotta be sharp. You gotta be on point. But yeah, no, I'm down to keep this game. I'm definitely down to keep this game. So long as we don't all go the same way, I'm down to keep this game.
Okay. Last game, Fulham play Monday night. They're hosting Forest. Both teams bottom of the table, trying to get back up. Again, it's for me. It's so odd to see Fulham so low on the table. Like I know CJ always make fun of me. You're like, oh, why do you like Marco Silva? Like I just think it's odd seeing them so low in the table. They have a decent squad. Um, do you guys see it going one way in this game? Craven Cottage, Sean Dyche visiting.
Hmm. I think Fulham is gonna lose some players though. Hold on.
it will
I'm,
be Bassi.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna lose some
Yeah, you
key
saw what we said about Calvin Bassey's
I
shot.
was dying, bro. Yeah, yeah, that went viral. That shit was hilarious.
Laurent, oh yeah, Laurent, you don't have social media. Did you see Calvin Bassey's shot when he fucking skied it and he had a chance to score?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay, we'll go back and watch.
Hmm.
But it will be essentially said that the ball made it to AFCON before they did.
Oh shit.
He went
Don't.
on a good run there, to be fair, Bassi, and then he just, in typical center back fashion, just skies it in the end. When we're looking
So
for the end product.
they're missing Bassey, Iwobi, and Chukwueze, all three Nigerians.
Yeah, I think that's those are key players for me.
Forest are missing Willie Bali and Sangare
What do
on
you
their
guys think
midfield.
about this? Having like these tournaments in the middle of the season.
I mean, I fucking love it
Nah, man, I
because
don't.
because you need to like you need to represent your nation, and like you can't have AFCON played in the middle of the heat in the summertime.
Yeah, for me, something's got to give then. Like for me, it's either you pause the Premier League to allow these international tournaments to happen, or you do it at a separate time. But I think if I'm a club manager, right, or if I'm a club or whatever, these sort of things can either help or hinder your performance in the for your club. You know, it can honestly make a big difference. You lose key players for an extended period of time. Depends, it can help dictate where you're going to end up in the end of the season. Because as we say in the Prem, every point is important. Every point is costly. So yeah, not that I'm an advocate for all tournaments and all international tournaments, but similar to when the World Cup happened a couple of years ago in December, I truly believe that helped. That screwed our Premier League campaign when we lost Jesus, right, from the World Cup when we were flying before that, and he was flying before that, and we were looking well on for the title, and then that tournament came through, interrupted the season, and then we all know how that ended. So yeah, I don't know. Just the question I thought I'd throw out there, but I'm all for these tournaments, but I don't like them in the middle of a club season. It's like one or the other for me.
Um,
Well,
coming to
Laurent,
the oh sorry.
what's your take on that too? I'm curious to know what you think.
I mean, that's a good point, and I feel like someone that has probably crunched the numbers to see what so for all teams that do have players, right, that go out to these tournaments during that period, what the points if there's a point drop, right, for those clubs. Um, and the thing is, if it turns out that yes, right, there's a substantial difference in loss of points during that gap, they could have a case in point, right, to make for why, well, we, like you're saying, right, figure a way around it. But even when you say put the what you say put the Premier League on pause, see that I don't know, right? Because then the Premier League season would then extend a bit, right? I assume past the
Mhm.
May.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I can, and then that's a shorter preseason.
Yeah,
it's a
For
ripple
the
effect.
yeah.
And then you gotta get like I think what's gotta give is all these stupid tournaments that FIFA and UEFA are doing in the preseason. Like all that shit's gotta give.
Yeah.
yeah,
And like all these extended like international breaks and like extending Champions League and like all that shit's gotta give.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
a
It's
money
tough, man.
grab.
I agree. Actually, though, I don't think, and actually, it's like saying that. I don't think putting the Premier League on pause is the first option. It's an option. Like I'm just saying, and something to consider when you're laying it out on the table. I don't think it's the first option because, like I said, that didn't help when the World Cup was a few years ago in the winter, or sorry, in December in 2022 or whenever it was. Um, yeah, I just think the overarching factor is the fact that because again, for these clubs, it's the same thing as losing a player to injury, right? It's a blow. It's like whether you lose them to injury for 4 weeks or you lose them to an international tournament for 4 weeks, it's the same blow. It's like there's a reason why these players are in your team, in your squad, in your club, because they're good players and they're key players. In some cases, an African player in this case, right, could be the best player on the team, and that's the player that either helps you get over the line in whether you're fighting relegation or looking to get to top four or looking to win the Premier League, or not, right? Like those are the fine margins. And again, for football clubs, right? I'm sure behind the scenes, even when players go on international duty, right, during the October, September, November periods, it's like behind closed doors. They use these. I'm sure these clubs, owners, managers, or whatever, are just they're hating and they're kicking themselves because it's like again in club football, there's so much that goes into what you can achieve, right? When you set your goals at the beginning of the season, there's so much jeopardy on that, whether it's financially, or again, the trophy wise, right? When you're setting out your remits for the season and all that. So yeah. Anyways, just something I wanted to sort of flag.
Hmm. Well, I mean, to the prediction series, CJ's back up at 41 points. Lauren and I tied at 40. Um, we can start with the Arsenal Everton game. I already got my prediction. Arsenal for the dub.
I'm gonna go Arsenal as well.
Yeah, that's
Oh, why you copying Laurent? What the fuck, bro? Be unique, be authentic.
I'm getting triggered. That's a key one he used as well. Now I'm getting triggered.
Yeah, now I'm getting triggered. Why you gotta copy me, bro? What the fuck? Newcastle Chelsea.
This is where we're gonna differ. I can tell you guys that from now.
Let's hear it. Let's hear
CJ,
it.
you want to go first, or you want me to go
Yeah,
first?
I'll go. I'll go. I think this one's gonna be a draw.
Yo, why you gotta be so triggered, fam?
Think you're gonna say that as well?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a draw. I think it's gonna be a draw or Newcastle win. But I just think with them playing midweek, and having to bring on like everyone in Guimaraes playing the full 90, I think that's what I think they're gonna get a little leggy. Um, but I don't think Chelsea's ready to go to St. James's Park with that defense. I don't think they're ready for that.
Wait, what defense? Kukurea, um, Chalaba, Fofana, and then you can even put in Reece James in there. You know what I mean? Like, but listen, I don't want to do anything to sway your decisions, right? I think we're already locked in for it. So, um, yeah, but I'm just letting you
Okay.
know.
You gonna tell us who you're choosing, Laurent?
Oh, it's already been
Yeah, he already said Chelsea.
Oh, is it in there?
Yeah.
yeah,
Mr. Piana, Villa United.
Villa.
I'm gonna go draw.
Yeah, I'm going Villa, to be honest.
Okay. Laurent's like, yes, yes, I get to get ahead. Yes, I'm not gonna give up this lead. Yeah, I'm gonna get my jersey. And then on the flip side, he's like, why, CJ? Why are you copying me? I'm so triggered. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, you're actually on point. You're actually on point. I'll give you that much. Shit.
Yeah. Got you, bro. Got you, bro. Um. All right.
Mm.
Another one's in the books. We're getting closer to Centurion. Episode 67. It's in the books.
When can we hit Centurions?
We'll probably hit it early 2026. Like by February, I think. February,
Yeah.
March.
As long as somebody, in our affiliations hits Centurion this season.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. Uh, forever with the jokes, you guys. Forever with the jokes.
Um, who took us away last time? I know. I think it was Mr. Piana. So, Mr. Stronger, it's all you, fam. Take us away.
What do I say? What do I say? Um, we started off the pod talking about the EFL Cup. So let's end the pod talking about the EFL Cup because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to stir some pots a little bit, and I'm here to just ask a couple questions. Um, Laurent,
What?
you have one more chance to. I know
No,
we're
no, no.
foreshadowing a little bit.
My prediction is not that Palace is going to win. If that's what you're trying to hear, no.
Ah, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were just trying to be a shit disturber for the sake of the podcast.
So see you in the semis, biatch, and then we can settle our accounts there.
Oh shit, Murda, are you hearing this?
What's that word that he likes to call you, CJ? Starts with a P, ends with a Y.
Ah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
It's a shame. I'm disappointed actually that you're gonna change that. To be
doesn't
honest.
have cojones. The little punani.
Oh, wait. For one, right? I just want to like get this on the record, all right? For those that were listening. So when I said that, right, it was to get under your skin,
Uh,
right?
uh,
When I said
uh,
that
uh,
Palace was
oh,
right,
wait, mm.
right? It was to get under your skin, right? Clearly, you guys are favorites to beat them. I don't think they've beat you guys this season, correct?
No.
We only
All
played
right,
them once, yeah.
only once.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Um, but yeah, no, bro. Like they're not even in form.
Hmm.
That's
Wow.
unfortunate.
Yeah, that is. I'm a little
Yeah,
disappointed.
but nice try though. Trying to drag me into just freely giving you $500, right?
I mean, you're the one who
Nice
you're the
try
one who's
though.
talking shit. I just want to challenge your shit talking.
Nice try, bro. Just make sure you show up on that day so that we can play you guys again in the semis. Yeah, can you guys
No
manage that?
Moyes. No
Wait, can you?
Moises.
Huh? Oh, it's a
No
return.
Moyes.
It's a return. Right? There's two legs
Yeah.
in the
It
semis.
is.
But
Okay.
I think you guys would have wanted him. I mean, well, yeah, you would have wanted him for both legs, but the
Yeah,
first leg
that's
is at Stamford Bridge. So if we're being honest too, right? I think in this tie, I think would edge it out, will edge it out is the second leg being, whichever team has the second leg at home. And in this case, we actually have the second leg at home, which I think is pretty favorable for us, to be fair.
Hmm. I mean, it'll be done after the first leg, anyways.
Mm-mm.
well, like I said, best of luck to you. Just make sure you guys show up versus Crystal Palace, right? There are no excuses. I don't want to hear anything, right? Irrespective of the result, especially if it doesn't go in your favor. But yeah, you guys make sure you show up. That way we can deal with you guys in the semis.
Now the question is, by February, will you have a Chelsea kit?
Oh my gosh. You know what? At this point, right? Since you guys are being so generous, I think I'm gonna just wait until I win this leaderboard
You
contest.
Wayne?
No, wait. I think I'll just wait until I win this leaderboard
Mm.
contest, right? Due to your generosity. And shit, why not? Why not get a freebie, right?
Mm.
Because clearly you guys aren't taking this shit as seriously as I am. So yeah, I'll just have to get my victory, and then you guys can hand me my jersey by the end of the season. So how about that?
All right. Well, I think that's a good place to put it.
I
Hit,
agree.
hit that like, hit that subscribe. See you guys on the next one, episode 68.
Yes, sir.
Adios.